Well, I've been running around. Jason called me today and said we decided to train 1-2 skip a few in Purple Ore today. So I didn't need to go back tomorrow morning. The babies are all going by themselves in Northfield Park and looking good. So today gave me a chance just to try and last week took a lot out of me, as you guys can imagine. I laid down yesterday afternoon for a nap at around 2:45 and woke up about 6:30. So this time of year is tiring. Right? It's a different kind of tiring. The walking and looking at horses. Then you can imagine the adrenaline of bidding on as many horses as we bid on, up and down and up and down and up and down. It takes its toll. So I was glad when Jason said, hey, you don't have to come by tomorrow. We don't really got a lot to do. Perfect. I'm going to stay here in Washington, Pennsylvania. The truck needed an oil change. I got that done. Gonna have time to look over, talk to Kelly and Wendy and see how many shares are actually left out there. I see a lot of them are still locked until whenever, but I need to get moving on this. I want to get Lexington put away. I want to sell all those shares. For anybody out there that think we didn't do a great job in Lexington, there shouldn't be one share left over by the time Harrisburg comes. We did great. Even the Fear the Dragon colt on the last day, the Muscle Mass colt fit perfectly exactly what we were called filly fit perfectly exactly what we were looking for, what we wanted to do, and it was a great sale. I mean, I've had people message me from all over North America, people that I don't know that well. I know them by name, but not by, hey, how you doing, Bob, Tim, Jerry, whatever. I don't know them that well, messaging me saying, you did a hell of a job at the sale. You got some really nice horses there. You don't know till next June, but these are the people that saw the same thing I did, right? Alarm Detector's sister, $45,000. That Muscle Hill colt on day one, $25,000. Pinkman's Brother by Tactical Landing, $57,000. These were, and I said this when it happened. I know I say it all the time, but I still believe all those horses were grossly underpurchased. And for the people of the industry that maybe don't subscribe to what we were doing and just what we do on a regular basis and just look at sheer talent and pedigree and videos, to buy Una Madonna, it sounds so silly saying it for me, but to buy that filly for $100 after watching so many other horses bring so much money, we had a good sale. We had a great sale, and I expect, I expect our clients to jump forward. I expect you guys to come forward and say, yeah, I'll take this, I'll take that. Heading into Lexington, this might be the first year of my life where we head into the last sale of the season. Big sale. And I don't have a bunch of debt dragging behind me. It's a great feeling. You guys have allowed me to take a season that is incredibly stressful and has been crushingly stressful over the last 5-6 years and turn it into what it looks like it is from the outside, which is a lot of fun. I enjoy going out to eat. I enjoy going to these sales, but it is stressful. You guys have taken a lot of that off my plate. I truly appreciate that. Again, I've said it a lot of times this season. Thank you very much. So, heading into today, I got up at 6 o'clock and then 5 o'clock in the morning. 5 o'clock, maybe a tick before 5. A little shower. I think I shaved last night. I did. A little shave. Picked up a walk on the moon and headed across the border. I cut it a little closer than I thought I was. Maybe because I had to stop and redo my B1. It was up tomorrow. They gave me a new one for 6 months, so that's good. But I got to the racetrack 22 minutes before post time. I'm in the first race. Literally got out of the truck, grabbed my suit, walked down to the paddock. Tim took Walk on the Moon off the trailer, drove I'm a Lovely Lady. Now, I was skeptical, saying, geez, 4 days, not a lot for this little filly, to race in a 6-horse field or not, and then come back for the Buckeye Final. The problem is the Buckeye Final's a Shark Tank too. Those are good horses too. If we were looking at a race where we're 3-5, 2-1, then okay, maybe we should pump our brakes on that. But when you're looking at such a competitive field, and then we're picked to win morning line at the Meadows, I knew the horse that won the race would be tough, but this filly needed to get her act together, and not her fault. She just had a rough patch the last 3-4 starts for a filly that I think went 7 or 8 starts without being out of the top 2. Just wanted to get her back on track. she's certainly back on track now. She looked great today, closing in 55-3. I think had to be a last quarter in 29-1, but looked very, very good doing it. Very good doing it. I gotta get in this lane over here. Very impressed with what I saw from I'm a Lovely Lady today. Mama knows best. I think we just need to open her up, put some holes in her bridle, or a hood with cups maybe with holes in it, so she can see them coming. We did opt to go with the hood, full ear hood today, because I was planning on racing her from off the pace. But, you know, everybody, you know, last week, oh, gee, she raced so good from off the pace. Oh, hold on a second. She got away 8th and 4 of them made a break. It's not really off the pace, is it? Really? So I got away in the 3-hole. I knew the 3-hole was open and vacant because the 2 horses behind me were the favorites. You know, I'm not Tim Tetrick, but I can tell what's about to happen. No. I removed her to the front. I removed the big girl to the front. Got everything her own way, but when those horses came to her, she kind of waited on them. I think that's the ear hood and the closed bridle. We can fix that. I think with a hood with cups and earplugs, it's easy to say in hindsight after the race. Most things are. But with earplugs on and an ear hood with a hood with cups with holes in them, I don't think they beat me today. So, but she looked great. Tim's got her in great shape, and you know, Kirby and Jason, everybody took care of her all summer. She's turned into a nice filly. I'm a Lovely Lady's the same as she was at 2, just a really, really nice filly. But Mama has evolved into a better form of herself. I know 57 isn't the same as 55. Those 2 fillies are very, very similar. And I think given the situation in the other race, you would have seen a similar result from a Mama Knows Best. And then Jazzy Judy, as I said to everybody, listen, you're just going to have to hold on tight, because 13 starts and 99,000 made. Not a lot of easy races out there for Jazzy Judy. That's a class she used to race in. There's not an easier one anywhere. You know, if she's mine and she doesn't have stake races at the end of the season, she's in a condition claimer. That's where we race her. That's where we would have to race her. And I wouldn't hesitate. But she's got a couple of big stakes left. 100 and 20, 100. And she's good enough to win them, because those aren't the same horses, right? The sire stakes in Delaware are not as good as the non-winners of 4 in the Meadows or any track for that matter. And that's not a dig necessarily at Delaware. It's not a dig at Delaware. It's just those horses are not top of the food chain, right? But Jazzy Judy's learning to be a good horse. Let's just call this university. She's learning to be a better horse. For her to put the muscle on to be an effective racehorse, she's going to have to race. It's the way it is. I wish she had easier races, but we made the money that put her in that class. So, can't complain. Just the way it is. So we'll race our girl, Judy. That's right, I bumped into a tree. We'll race our girl, Judy, in that class a few times. I don't think turning her out is going to help. She's a big girl that is learning to put a different kind of muscle on than she's ever had in her life. She is learning to put racehorse muscle on a big frame. To do that, you got to go fast. So she's going to learn. Just let her learn. I know it's tough to finish 6th in a 6-horse field. You're like, that's not fair. Made too much money. So Jazzy Judy will be back in there next week. She put that step in getting in the last turn and took some hair off the inside of her knee. 2 little marks on her knee. We put tape on them. We put knee boots on them. We raced her without. I warmed her up. I said she doesn't need knee boots. I was wrong. Doesn't really need knee boots. Tape would be fine, but we'll just put a set of knee boots on her. She raced in Harrington with knee boots on, so she'll wear those. Then tomorrow, we got our girls in Ohio tomorrow. I'm Perfect Records in tomorrow. Can't wait to race him. But I'm very interested to race So and Sue, and obviously my Jazz. I mean, Jesus. But again, you see how tough the races are? That's the same class Jazzy Judy would have to race in, I think, in Ohio, or close to it. Yeah, that freak from the Fairs is in there that already went in 54. I mean, my Jazz just has 0 luck this year. 0. It's like somebody looked down on my Jazz and said, how can we screw everything up for this filly this year? Like, as bad as we can. Well, they did it. Hurt her foot. Hurt her leg. You know, couldn't get consistent racing into her. All right, we got her pretty good. Let's get some races into her. Oh, let's just throw her in with designer specs. But that's the way it is. Not the end of the world. We're going to race her tomorrow. And then, obviously, Tanzanite Tricks and our girl, Stonebridge Dolce. Now, Stonebridge Dolce has not raced since the last time I drove her. I didn't want Tim to race her when I was gone away. I just want to put 3 or 4 good lines on this filly and turn her out. I don't know how she trained when I was gone. It's not like Tim came running up to me, hey, do you want to know about Stonebridge Dolce? I'm going to say she trained rather ordinarily and is in to go tomorrow. But she is picked for second. She got the 2-hole. She did race good her first start, so I'm interested. And then Tanzanite Tricks. We've had some people asking to buy Tanzanite Tricks. Quite frankly, you are going to have to buy her at a seller's price if you want to buy that filly. She got 32,000 made. She trotted in 55. The only reason she doesn't have a mark of 55 right now is because I'm an idiot. I stayed in the 2-hole last week. She jogs. She ended up second, 55 and 4, 29 and 4 in the end of it. She'll likely win tomorrow or be very close. So if you want her, you're gonna have to pay for her. We're not giving her away. There's no, hey, would you take? So, and I virtually conveyed that to the people that were asking about her. There'll be no bargains on Tanzanite Tricks Avenue, for sure. It's a filly that's come a long way, done a lot of good for us, and is turned into a nice filly. And you know, I think at some point she's a marketable horse. But if you're going to take this filly off us, show me the money. So that's where we're at with everybody. I caught up to date. I did another video. It was just too long. I was droning on. If there's a voice in my head say wrap it up, it's too long, so I just erased it. So I did want to talk about the Ohio sale today. Everybody said, did you not go? Of course I was there in spirit. Of course I had someone there. We were watching. Tim had said to me after, you have to say, I did miss, I had somebody watching a few horses for us. And really the only horse I liked is the one we'd already seen, the Uncle Peter filly. She went for 20,000. That was too much. Too much out of that sale. Too much for that pedigree. Too much out of that sale. We have 17 Ohio breds right now. They have them in Ohio. We have breeders that are contacting us privately to work out an agreement. I'm not going to go and overpay for horses just because. I'm sure if I had been there today, there may have been some bargains. It's not a bad time to have a sale, right? Let's have a sale 3 days after Lexington concludes. I just don't buy into that. I think that's bad timing. It is. Have it a week before. Have it in between the Select and Lexington. Who cares? These are Ohio sales for Ohio people. Don't have them wander down to Lexington, spend their money, and then come back and say, okay, we got another sale. I don't think that's good. I think that's a good way to run it. I think you should have the Select sale, wait a week, have the Buckeye sale, wait a week, Lexington. There, done. Anyway, we didn't get any horses there today. I thought I had ladies who lunch purchased for a group when it looks like in Lexington. Say what you want. We moved Steve Palermo's horse out because I didn't want anybody saying, oh, you bought your buddy's horse. So I did buy my buddy's horse. I'm going to put him outside the stable. I'm going to set him right there for now. I don't know what I'm going to do with him. He's sitting right there. Cutie Cumber, I moved her out because she's a New York bred. And every other partnership was actually under budget or right on. The top one I said I would buy. Hopefully, I would love to buy Una Madonna. It's going to cost us $130 to $150. I was wrong. We got her for $100. My number one pick, my second pick went for $200. I liked her at 50% off for a horse that I thought was not twice as good. I'm not going to lie, but I thought she was better. We got her for $100. I was able to put Alarm Detector's sister, Horn Player, in there. Made it perfect, right? Not only did we get the filly we wanted for less than we wanted, but we got another filly, a day one horse that I had on my day one 6-figure horse list, and then just kind of dropped her off. To get her for $45 was incredible. We came in under budget, $145 for the top end of $150. Because I wasn't able to work out a deal for, I thought I had it done, but the ladies called back from Copper Cap and said they were offered a little bit more. I didn't have any more room. I had $26,000 to maneuver for the $200,000 partnership. I just didn't have any more. So, under budget by $26,000. And then when you look at the $50,000 one, I could be wrong, but you're welcome. You're going to thank me because those two horses, if we were playing the prices right, under budget massively. I thought half price for Sir Strong, and I didn't think that Carter Michael Dio would bring near 50, but I thought 40. We got them both for 25 each. I thought that was a great stroke of business on both those colts. They both looked great on the track yesterday. You know, we got Tactical Landings and Muscle Hills, and I got the international money that I wanted. Everything has gone right for us this year. No, we didn't win the Hambo. We didn't win the North American Cup or the Jug or anything else. But we've had a tremendous year, both on the track and at the sales, and I cannot wait till Harrisburg rolls on. We got some cool things in store for Harrisburg also. So, with that, and I'll tell you what, the next 3 weeks, I'm going to be contacting you, all of you, maybe via email, maybe via text, or maybe via phone. I want to get all the sales cleaned up. We have room left in the Ontario buckets. I will probably buy a horse at Sealster for that other horse in the $30,000 bucket. I only have a budget of $21,000 for one more Ontario bred. That is what I have. There's no point emailing me, say, what about this one, what about that one? One horse, that's what we have. And we have a budget to do it. 30, 50, 70, they're all filled up. There's lots left. Guys, in Ontario, I'm speaking to you. Reach out. I want to get those filled up, those Ontario buckets. I'll make you a deal. You help me fill out those Ontario buckets, the remaining lots in all those buckets, and I'll look to maybe buy a little more pricey horse for Ontario in Harrisburg. That's the hook. That's it. Help me sell those out, and I'll look for something like a Century Invictus that we bought last year. He hasn't lit the world on fire, but clearly a nice colt, right? Lexington, I'm going to be reaching out to everybody in the groups. Help me sell those horses out. Help me get it done. We'll walk into Harrisburg with some money to spend, probably, having a real good time, and for the first time in my life, not have this crushing feeling of stress right around Christmas. It's been a great year. It's been a great year. So I appreciate all your help. As I said, I told somebody the other day, I had somebody literally call me and ask me, and I told you this, ask me how we were able to pull it off, how we were able to buy these horses. I told everybody, this was always a long game for me. I'm not known as a long game guy, but I knew it was going to be baby steps. I didn't think we'd get to be here where we would be buying horses like we did in Lexington so soon, but we're here. We did it together. So I appreciate, as I said, I keep saying this, but I think it's warranted. I don't want anybody in our group to think that I don't appreciate what they do, regardless of the amount of money they put in or the shares they bought. Every single one of you has helped us row the boat in this direction. So thank you very much again. I'll talk to you all very soon. I will talk to you all very soon because we get some shares to soak up. I'm sure you'll help me get it done, and then we'll be off to Harrisburg. So great day today. Hopefully a better day tomorrow. Hope you're all having a great week. Take care.